Hey my friends, welcome to another video. Today we have an interesting topic to talk about. So I was just meditating outside under the trees and I got a download, an interesting quote or a statement. And I felt gratitude for it. So it goes that way, what you feel is what you give. I used to thought that what we are giving is what we are receiving, right? So what will you give is what will you get back. But the truth is that we are getting back what we feel. And for me it's a huge realization, because when I'm meditating outside in nature and when I awaken gratitude within me and I awaken joy for just being in the moment, being connected with the tree, I imagine myself like I am one with that tree, I am one with all the trees around me. Like the roots which are going from my spine downwards into the earth are connecting me with everything. So I imagine that when I'm awakening that joy for life, I'm giving that joy for life to all. And I'm receiving more of that joy from all back to me. So we're making that exchange of energy. So whatever you feel is what you're giving. And this is powerful. When we're walking through the people, through the city, and we're meeting people, and many times we feel drained out, many times we feel stressed or, some tension in the bodies. And then we are faking smiles, right? And we think like, oh, I need to think positively because I'm listening all these videos and reading all these books and so on. But honesty is power, my friends. Being honest. Well, today I feel that way because I'm going through something, but I'm staying positive because I know that I need to go through that thing. I'm about to experience a breakthrough. And that second person will say, oh, yes, I was going through it as well, or oh, I'm feeling it as well. Let's make it together. Let's exchange how we are doing. Honesty is power. And when we're doing things that way, we awaken a powerful feeling, a feeling of compassion. I feel you, man. I feel you. And this feeling is truly powerful gift. And we always receive more of that. So that's why it's so powerful to awaken joy within you. Awaken appreciation within you. Overcoming struggles means that we decide to overcome them. We decide to feel better than we felt before. So how can we feel better than we felt before? We need to choose to feel better. Feeling something is a choice. Usually we are perceiving the world and we get a certain emotional reaction as a result of our perception. And then we connect that emotional expression to what is happening around us and we say, I feel that way because those things are happening to me. So we think that the only way to feel better is that the results outside of us needs to change. I need to make more money, I need to meet better people. Those things needs to change and then I will feel better. But what I'm always realizing when I'm meditating outside is that feeling certain state is a choice. We can choose to be grateful. We can choose to be joyful. We can choose to appreciate things. And every time when we choose to feel something, we are training our bodies to feel it. It means that whatever we are choosing to feel, we are training ourselves to stay in that state longer. Same as we are training any sport. longer we are doing it, better we become at it. Until we know how to do it unconsciously. Like driving a car, we don't need to think anymore when to step onto the gas, when to step onto the brake, when to shift the gear and all those things. We do it automatically. If we are practicing gratitude, if we are practicing compassion, if we are practicing joy, we will become unconsciously happy people, grateful people. We will share more of that gratitude. And that's what is healing us all. So feeling is giving. If we feel more love, we are giving more love. And that's power. That's the greatest awakening, the understanding that we are healers. But we can't heal if we feel the lack of health, if we feel the lack of love, if we feel the lack of joy. Joy is always within us, but it means that we need to recognize it. We need to awaken it. The same as we feel fear, it's always within us if we awaken it. Everything is just a potential in the quantum field, the field of infinite potentials. So whatever we are constantly repeating is what we are experiencing most of the time. If we are awakening gratitude more often, my friends, express some thankfulness. What can you be grateful for right now? Let's say the internet, you can listen this voice, this message. Let's be grateful for the breath. How often we are breathing unconsciously, we are not even aware that breath is life. Without breathing, we would not be alive. And we are not even appreciating that. What about the heart that is pushing blood through the veins of the body? If heart would stop beating, our bodies would stop living, right? How amazing is that our bodies are functioning well. Even if we are going through something, still we have an opportunity to go through it. We are not stuck in time. We have the opportunity to go through it. We can choose the direction in which we are going. Isn't it amazing? The power of choice and the free will. We have a free will, my friends. Isn't it amazing? Let's appreciate the free will. We have a free will. Let's appreciate it. You can step outside and go into the nature if it's possible. Isn't it amazing? Swimming in the ocean or in the river, or looking into the sun, the greatest source of energy, which is giving life to everything. Let's appreciate it a little bit. That's what I'm learning in nature. And that's why I call nature my greatest teacher. I love that. Last year, in the winter, I started doing those cold water therapies. You know, the Wim Hof method, when you go into the cold water and you scream yourself out, you experience your deepest pain, and you want to run away from it, but at the same time, you want to stay in it a little bit longer because you're wondering what else can happen. And I've learned that once you go beyond that pain, there's something powerful within you, a strength, something it's hard to put into words. Truly, it's hard to put into words, but there's such an amazing power within, which its purpose is to be released, to channel it through you. Don't be stuck in some stored emotions just because certain things happened in your life. The purpose of life is to live. So live your life. Don't be stuck, because time is not stuck. River is not stuck. Nature is not stuck. Nature is living. Like the earth is spinning every single day, we should move every single day, we should live. The purpose of life is to live. Like the purpose of love is to love. Like the purpose of joy is to be joyful. Like the purpose of this video is to spread some joyful, loving energy. We need to understand that actually there are no goals. Goals are just to be motivated. But it's not the point that when we reach them we will be happy, we will be joyful. The point of goals is to know where we are going, but the whole purpose of that is to walk the path, to learn, to grow, to enjoy the process. Goals are just a certain, to know, like to have the direction. But many people place all their emotions to those goals, and then they are in lack of it until they achieve it. But because feeling is giving, if we are constantly giving the lack of something, we are constantly receiving the lack of something, and we are seeing that in society all the time. There's always lack of something. That's why so many people are living their lives in lackness. But it's all a choice, my friends. And that is for me the greatest realization. The realest abundance is realization that it's all already within us. And our environment is our reflection. So if we don't like our environment, it means that we need to change something within us. That's the message of my art all the time. To change your outer world, you need to change your inner environment. Inner environment is the way we think, the way we feel most of the times. Let's go into Sanskrit texts a little bit. The upper three chakras, throat chakra, third eye chakra, and crown chakra, are chakras for thinking. The lower three chakras are chakras of emotions. It means that when we are thinking, we are triggering emotions. And if our mind is out of balance, we can't control our thoughts. If we can't control our thoughts, thoughts are popping into our mind randomly. Random thoughts will trigger random emotions. So we feel a bunch of different emotions and we will say, oh, I'm stressed. I feel dizzy. I feel like there's so many things going on in my life. I feel so out of control. But we didn't mention heart chakra. When the heart chakra is activated, there's another thing written in Sanskrit. Once we align our mind, when we can control our mind, we will synchronize our upper three chakras. It means that we will create a heart coherence. When we consciously move from beta brainwave state, that alert brainwave state where we are analyzing, criticizing, calculating and all those things, when we consciously know how to relax, how to choose the right thought, how to create the right decision, when we learn to meditate, we will synchronize our upper three chakras. And the byproduct of that will be that we will also gain the control of our emotions. So now we are able to choose the thought and we will be able to feel the emotion of that thought. For example, I can say, the love that I feel is healing all. And emotion of that is love, compassion, care, for all. So what happens? We've activated our upper 3 chakras, and with that elevated states, we've aligned the lower 3 chakras. So when the upper 3 chakras and the lower 3 chakras are aligned, we activate our heart chakra, which is the chakra in the middle of the body. That's why heart center is the most powerful center in the body. It also creates the biggest and the strongest electromagnetic field in our body. That's why we say the power of the heart. Activate your heart, aligning your mind and body. Being one means that we align our mind and the body. Gaining the power over mind, control our mind, so we can elevate our emotional state, so we can overcome the past by creating the future in the present moment, working from the heart. So remember, what you feel is what you give. If you don't feel good about yourself, it means that you are not in alignment. Getting in alignment is a choice, and it requires time and energy and effort. So better get started, my friends. Meditate on that, because meditation is a powerful tool, and we are constantly repeating that over and over again. Also, being creative, art is a healing process. I'm constantly sharing my art with you, and I'm happy to receive all those messages where people started painting, and the videos where cats are watching those paintings and are like truly enjoying that process. You see, we are all connected, and that's the beauty of creative expression. We are forgetting how creative we are. But still, if we go back into our childhood, how many amazing things we've been able to make up in our minds. But then we've started analyzing. Through the time we've developed our analytical mind, because school is teaching us that. Know how to calculate, know how to learn different things so you can answer the right questions with the right answers. But whoever is imagining that person is a weirdo, you can't do anything with that in life. We've been told that you can't make a living out of doing art, because artists are always, broke and all those different stories. But what can happen if we combine creative mind with the analytical mind? We create the most powerful force in the universe. Now we are able to use our imagination to download the greatest possible ideas, and with analytical mind we are able to translate them into practical steps so we can put them into action. That's when we synchronize the right and the left part of the brain. That's brain coherence. And brain coherence will create heart coherence. So we are able to follow the heart. And we are able to sense if all those crazy, weird ideas are right for us. Can they be good for us? Can they be good for all? And that's the beauty. That's the beauty, my friends. And this is the future, by the way. I know many of people can be scared what is happening, but this is the future. This ability to gain the control of our minds, our bodies, to gain the ability to overcome fear. There's nothing to be afraid of. To gain the ability to overcome anger, to channel anger, like animals do. They shake their bodies and anger is gone. We all have capacity to do all those things and even more. So let's go deeper into it. And I will leave you here today, my friend. So have a beautiful day. I hope you've enjoyed today's message and painting, and I hope you are enjoying your life. If not, go outside and enjoy it, because that's the whole purpose of life. All other purposes, we are creating them. So create your purpose. But at the first place, the purpose of life is to live life. And with that life, we can design purpose. So design it. Like always, my friends, I'm sending you blessings, power, and love. Have a beautiful day, and peace.